Time for us to focus on Shelton, presented by our great friends at Our Community Credit Union. And yesterday we got word that the Employee of the Year for the City of Shelton was named, and that's who we have in studio, along with City Manager Jeff Niten. It's Kilmer, who works in finance as a utility billing analyst. Good morning to you both.
Morning.
Good morning,
Good
Jeff.
morning.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is a great honor to be recognized by your peers and the city and entity that you work for. Jeff, first, let's talk a little bit about the process and how this came to be here.
Sure. So what we were looking for is to recognize people that go above and beyond, that recognize things that need to be done, and who do their job very well and always do it with a smile on their face. So we had each department in the city submit one of their employees for a nomination, and each one of the nominees were recognized as well. I wanted to make sure everybody had was recognized for their efforts. But when leadership sat down and we began discussing who best had all the attributes of the ideal city employee, Kim quickly rose to the top.
Well, that's an awesome honor, Kim.
Yeah.
How long have you been with the city?
Almost 8 years.
Very nice. And I can imagine in certain positions at the city, it is perhaps a little easier to have that smile on your face. I'm thinking maybe like Parks and Rec, or things where folks are sometimes in a little better mood, perhaps interacting with you. When it comes to finance, though, and people's monies and utility billing analysts, tell me what that position entails with.
I actually just was promoted to that position.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. I have been filling in for the former utility billing analyst. So I worked in customer service for most of my time there, and then moved into the finance department itself. Just making sure that everybody's getting their bills on time and doing it correctly, and trying to find the best way to get them out, the easiest for everybody to be satisfied with what, I know nobody's going to be satisfied with their bill.
Sure.
But, to make it as least painful as possible.
And that's what I'm thinking about here. If someone heads to the mailbox and they find this in there, this perhaps you're one of the first folks that hears about this, or how does it work? A city resident
goes through customer service first, and then they'll transfer them if it's a problem that they can't handle. But the customer service, they're really good at their job. The girls there at the desk, they're really good.
It's a lot of hard work, and often it is unacknowledged and often unrewarded to all this hard work. Jeff, what's it like to have great employees all throughout the city? And as you mentioned, folks in every department were nominated.
It makes all of our jobs a lot easier, and the best thing about it is that we're all pulling in the same direction. One of the things that Kim did that we recognized and that was very important to us is we're trying to find a new, more efficient way of getting those utility bills out.
Sure.
And I, along with Aaron, who you spoke with a couple weeks ago, asked Kim to look into a better way to do that. And they're still working on it, but I am absolutely confident that they'll find a solution.
So what would that be? I mean, forever, people, they get the bill in the mail and it comes at a certain time, and you've got 2 or 3 weeks to get that bill back in and things like that. What other streamlining efforts can there be to make that a little easier process? Well,
currently we have them coming out. We export the information to a company in California, and then it comes back into Shelton, and we're trying to find some place to stay local, because like with the delinquent billings, you only have a week turnaround basically, and so by the time it gets there and then comes up here, it sometimes doesn't leave a lot of time for folks to get in and get that paid. So just trying to find something maybe more local that can handle the job
get
itself.
That turnaround. I mean, that's all very sensitive information, and when it comes again to people's finances, and they get this and it says, well, you've got this much time, they go, well, geez, that kind of snuck up on me, or whatever. I can imagine how extending that for the payers would be a benefit to the city. That's good.
Yeah, one of our goals is to make interacting with the city as easy as possible, and this is one of the elements that we're trying to put in place, along with a whole lot of other things, to make that interaction easier. The other part is online billing. We need to offer that option. With our current software, I think we can do it, and we're moving ahead in that direction as well.
Well, I mean, Jeff, come on. It's almost 2020, right? No, that's awesome.
That thought had occurred to me.
There is a lot of opportunity already for the City of Shelton's website online. You can see as mentioned, the previous mentioned Parks and Rec, those schedules, different other meeting minutes and things like that. And the streamlined website domain name is, I'm sure, helped a lot too. Well, good. And I know that you also are keeping a pulse on what's happening weather-wise over the next couple days here, as we're expecting, and hopefully it doesn't necessarily come to pass, but lots of local heavy rainfall possible with sandbags available on West Pine, 1000 West Pine, and call Public Works if you're having a problem. But it looked okay as you guys were walking over this morning. Right now,
Yes.
It was raining hard last night.
Oh, yeah.
And still a couple inches tonight, maybe.
Yeah, and we're trying to be as prepared as possible.
Yeah.
But if anything pops up that was unexpected, then we're ready to deal with it, and we're ready to deal with it quickly.
Okay,
Good.
Well, Kim, congratulations again.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats.
And Jeff, good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
And you guys have a great rest of the day. A Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I'm
Merry
sure we'll
Christmas.
talk in the next year about other great things the city's up to.
Sounds good. Thank you.